My mother has the vision that I should become an engineer. How my mother had the vision, that I am not very clear, but what I could vaguely remember that in our area there used to be one gentleman who used to be overseer that time. Overseer used to be the man who does diploma in civil engineering, gets a job in corporation office, and then he used to be called a very big man because he will have 2-3 servants in his house, somebody for the cooking, somebody for the cleaning, somebody for the gardening, etc., etc. So maybe my mother used to get attracted and he thought that my son should also become an engineer. So she has a vision that I should go to engineering college. Now, how to go? The first step of going to engineering college was I was in Jabalpur, that is in Madhya Pradesh MP state. So there was a technical school called Kalaniketan. This was one of the school that in whole state, it was the only kind of school which was a technical school where from class 8 to class 11 there is to be the subjects like mechanical, electrical, civil, workshop practice. These 4 subjects were additional, used to be taught. And to get admission in that school, there is to be a written test and then there is to be viva voce. That is personal interview, what you call today. So I went for examination. I wrote the examination, I passed out, and then I went for the interview, and there also luckily I got cleared, and finally I got admission in Kalaniketan. So that is how I landed in engineering college. And the students in Kalaniketan were very sure that those who pass out from Kalaniketan, they will get sure short admission in engineering college. In our time, Jabalpur Engineering College was the very renowned college in our time, and there the admission criteria was on the merit basis. That is, in class 11 higher secondary, according to your merit list, you get selected in engineering college. So they used to have a cut-off percentage. In my time, the cut-off percentage was 75%. Aggregate. It's not PCM, physics, chemistry, math. It was not like this. It was totals aggregate. So for physics, chemistry, maths, getting 75% is very easy. Whereas when you include English and Hindi and all other subjects like social studies and all, to get the aggregate of 75% is difficult. Oh. Luckily, I was on 74.9%. Plus, in Kalaniketan, those students used to go to engineering college, they used to get 5% extra bonus mark for admission. So it went to 80%. That is how I landed in engineering college.
How did you get your first job and what do you remember the most from it?
I passed out in 1969. In our time, 1969, when we passed out, the condition of employment was very, very bad, and there was the job was very, very less. So what used to happen is that after I passed out, I did not get a job for about 2-3 months. So I was not feeling well. Then once I went to our engineering college, I went there, and then because I was a very bright student and I passed out in first class. So in engineering college I had a reputation. So there when I went, one of my professors said that, why don't you take a teaching job here? So he said, till the time you get a job, you can do tutorial teaching. There used to be a class which used to be called tutorial. You remember when I was talking about how the railway line, how the rail takes a turn? Yeah. These are all taught in the tutorial classes. So Then he told me that why don't you take a teaching job for that time till you get a job. So I took that job where I was given a stipend of 250 rupees a month, and I did it for 3 months. Later on, I was applying for different electricity boards and all, because that time for the electrical engineers, most of the jobs were in electricity boards where the power transmission, distribution, generation used to take place. So there I applied. So I got a job in Bhusawal thermal power station. That used to be in Maharashtra. So I got a job there, and I got a letter to join there. But that time, I joined there, but it was a difficult time, because those days we were passing through a very difficult time. My father did not have a job that time, and I just passed out of engineering. My 4 brothers, 3 sisters, they were all dependent. So I had to take up that job. So when I left my house, my mother gave me, I remember, rupees 150 in my pocket. He said that we will be needing this money. So with 150 rupees I went to Bhusawal, and when I went there, so there the hostel where I have to stay, that hostel charges was 50 rupees a month, which was inclusive of your lodging and boarding board. And when I went there, my expenditure was something like 30-40 rupees, which I spent in railway ticket and whatever fooding I had at that time. So it was so difficult for me to stay there. I didn't know that what to do, and I was told that the stipend is given not monthly, it is given quarterly. That is after 3 months I will get. So what will happen? I was having no money. So one of my friends, I don't know, he became my friend. I don't understand how he liked me. And he invited me, he said, don't worry, you come and stay with me and you eat. I will bear the expenses. That is how my initial job started.
Oh, God.
And then slowly from there I went to Nasik Thermal Power Station. There I got a job. Then I went to ACC, that is Associated Cement Companies, and from there I went to DHL finally, and where I worked for around 28-29 years.
So very memorable. So how has your field changed from when you first started it?
You see, the electrical engineering, what I read in the engineering colleges, to tell you the truth, when you go for a job, this electrical engineer doesn't help you at all.
Nice.
Because your job nature will be altogether different.
Yeah.
Right? So, but the engineering, when you actually study, that builds up your maturity level. That builds up your understanding towards anything, whether it is engineering, whether it is nature, whether it is agriculture, whether it is atmospheric changes, anything, that is because your maturity level builds up, and then you start understanding the thing. So you can relate your engineering knowledge with anything, any way you want. For example, say when I started the job in ACC, it was the Associated Cement Companies, say for example, where we used to manufacture cement. This cement manufacturing process has got nothing to do with the engineering.
No.
But then how do you relate to it? All those equipment which is being used for the cement manufacturing has got the electrical power to operate those things. Now the electrical power also needs the understanding that how the electrical power has a control. That is how the control system for those power-driven equipment is to be watched or is to be maintained. There, your electrical engineering knowledge comes into picture. But then again, if you are in a department of electrical maintenance, so you will be looking after that. But if you are in the process, like I was in the process, where the cement manufacturing used to take place, where the kiln operation and the cement grinding and the transportation of cement, all those things. So that has got nothing to do with the electrical engineering. But the maturity of level, that makes me to follow all the processes and understand to do it in a better way. That is what is the knowledge gives you. This is what is engineering.
Okay. So that's why you do engineering.
Yeah, that's why you do engineering.
So do you have any advice for someone taking up engineering?
See, advice is like this. See, in electrical engineering, if you want to read, the first and foremost important thing is that you should have a very good mathematical background. Mathematics is very important for electrical engineering. Of course, physics is the base because electrical is nothing but the physics. It is advanced physics. So the science student normally they go for the engineering. Whether it is electrical, mechanical, it hardly matters. You see, my son, he took in IIT the mechanical engineering, my second son, but he is very good in computers, very, very good. So that's what I said, it's only builds up your maturity level. And then once you are mature enough, you will have an understanding to grab anything very quickly. So even whether it is computer or electronics or anything, you will grab. And since today's days, nothing will move until unless you know something to do with the computer or operate through the computer. So that is how electrical engineering, nothing but only thing in our time, we had no choice. Like when we were admitted in first year, all of us, we had a common subject for all of us. Based on our what you call report on first year, or the result on the first year, we were allotted the branches. That is according to the merit. The first on the top, the merit list, they were given mechanical. The second top on the merit list is given electrical. The third top in the merit list is given civil, and fourth top in the merit list is to be given telecommunication engineering. We had only 4 branches.
You can't choose?
No, we were not allowed to choose. But only when second year we were doing electrical engineering, that time if you are on the merit, you can go to mechanical, you can step up. You can go to mechanical. That was only the choice available.
Okay.
So that is how I landed in electrical engineering. And of course I had a passion of electrical engineering. So I loved it and I did it.
Okay. So, if you could go back in time, you would do electrical engineering again?
No, I will not.
Oh, why?
Because I don't know if I could go back in time, then I would love to become a musician.
Oh.
Because in my maternal side, my mother's uncle, maternal uncle, they were very good in music. And I loved music. I wanted to be a musician, but somehow or other I got so much entangled in other jobs that I could not give much attention to this. But given a chance, if I am allowed to go back, I will become a musician.
Nice.